Takaful is similar, I would say, to mutual insurance, and it's a risk-sharing entity that allows for the transparent sharing of risk by pooling individual contributions, which means premiums or contributions they are called in the Islamic finance and Takaful world, for the benefit of all the members or policyholders. So it's based on mutuality, and it's based on principles of risk sharing through a pooling mechanism. So that is what Takaful is about. Well, the industry has been gained momentum, I would say, since the milestone of 2003, 2004. So in the last 5 years, we are now close to about having annual premiums of $10 billion. It's been growing at about 25-30%. Outside of Iran, which is largely a Takaful market, the Middle East has got significant amount of premiums, mainly in non-life business, but the life business segment is also growing fast. Malaysia, of course, remains in the forefront with close to about $2.5 to $3 billion in premium out of the 10 billion that I mentioned. And I think the more encouraging development for the Takaful industry is that global brands like Allianz, like Aviva from the UK, Prudential, who has recently purchased the AIG's operations in Asia, or in the process of doing so, and the likes of other major providers are actually in this industry. So I think all that is very beneficial. The alliance or strategic tie-ups between global brands which have the ability to bring critical mass and scalability, product innovation, they have an infrastructure, the brands like Zurich, Allianz, AXA, Prudential, Generali, and when they team up with the national Takaful operator, then I think we've got a good, shall we say, strategic tie-up to basically spur the growth, where the national Takaful operators are young operators with 3 to 5 year track record, and you have an international brand like Allianz going back I don't know how many hundreds of years, and I think that combination means that you're going to have a catalyst for change. The Takaful industry has several, I wouldn't say threats, but several challenges. And the challenges, I would say, is how to actually diversify its product mix, get away from the Me Too by simply copycatting the conventional product line, and really have a clean sheet of paper, rethink the product. I think product innovation, if you want, concretely, the ability to go cross-border in Takaful, because national Takaful operators by definition operate within their national markets, and they do not have a cross-border presence, unlike an AXA or a Allianz. The third aspect is really the ability to distribute their products through a bank channel. And bank assurance, as is known, and the expression coined by Bank Negara in Malaysia, is Banker Takaful, which means distributing Takaful products through banks. And that is the biggest challenge for Takaful industry to grow, because in the emerging markets, banks dominate distribution, unlike the UK market, where the IFAs are fairly predominant here. And in continental Europe, you have a mixture, but banks are overall dominant as product providers to the customers. If Takaful is going to maintain and adhere to its principles of differentiation, if I say, which is full disclosure to the client or the customer, transparency in all its forms, the redistribution of Takaful surplus on an annual basis. What does that mean? That if you actually have an excess arising at the end of the year because there aren't sufficient claims, that is actually distributed back to the members or the policyholders. All these are beneficial features, I think, overall.